What's a sensible thing then? You explain it to me.
It's anything perceived by the senses.
So, is it perceived immediately or is it mediately perceived?
Huh?
When you're reading, you immediately see the letters, but immediately these letters suggest other notions. Now, the letters are immediately perceived by sight, but what about the things suggested by these letters? The sentences?
There's some arbitrary connection where what I read suggests a thing to my mind.
So by sense, you mean only something that is perceived by the sense alone?
Yes.
So, are we aware of the cause of a sensible thing, such as when the sky displays a variety of colour, or when you hear a shout in the street, can you hear the cause of it? Or when you hold something that is heavy, you don't feel the cause of it?
Look, to stop you getting carried away with yourself, what I mean is something that be perceived by sense alone and nothing further. Your faculty of sense is not capable of any analysis. What you're talking about applies to reason and the function of the mind.
So we were agreed on that, so?
What can be more ridiculous than saying there's no heat and fire?
Well, I can make the point again.
Go ahead.
If you cut your finger, the fibres of your flesh are divided by the sharp edge, but does that sensation reside in the blade?
I don't know. Maybe it does.
Are you suggesting that the sensation caused by it is actually in the object? What about sounds then? What are they in?
Look, sound isn't in anything. For example, when a bell is struck in a vacuum, there is no sound. In order to understand what we're talking about, you have to divide sensible qualities in two. Up until now, we've just been talking about secondary qualities. Things like gravity and objects occupying space are in a completely different realm.
If you trust your senses, you could tell that all sensible qualities exist proportionate to a perceiving mind and make known to that mind nothing but the strict content of the senses.
Look, I agree with you that anything that pertains to sense is nothing without the mind. However, I feel that I've been too indulgent with you. The way I see things around me and sensation, I see it as part of something adhering to an external material substance. And look, I just can't help it.
Here we go again. Are you joking, Herb? Because just earlier, my arguments, or rather your conclusions, proved that these qualities are nothing without the mind.